live with coverage you can count on. This is CBS 11 News This Morning.
Welcome back. Things are heating up as Enron's founder gets intense with federal prosecutors. Ken Lay has had 2 days of cross-examination now, and he's been visibly angered at times in court, sparring with prosecutors. Yesterday, prosecutors questioned him about $70 million in loans that he had taken from Enron and then repaid them with what was basically worthless stock. Lay says he and his co-defendant, Jeffrey Skilling, are innocent of fraud and conspiracy charges. This morning, we're once again joined by Mary Griffitts, jury consultant. And when Ken Lay took the stand for direct examination on Monday, he really had this kind of happy-go-lucky attitude. So he has that for the first 2 days. Last 2 days, he's very combative with federal prosecutors. What does that say to the jury?
Right. Well, it's a friction for the jurors to understand during direct examination, during cross-examination. If they see any inconsistency in demeanor, that leads to questions about credibility. And as what happened during this week is during direct, Ken was very affable, very nice, and was talking to the jury. However, during cross-examination, it has now shifted, and he's shown some anger.
Okay, but does that anger, I mean, really, when a jury gets into the jury room and they begin deliberating, isn't emotion really not part of the whole deal? Because it's all based on facts if you read the letter of the law. So should a jury be swayed by emotion?
Well, jurors decide, what trial research will tell you is jurors decide cases based on two things: character and conduct. The character of the witnesses and the lawyers telling the story, and the conduct that occurred. Because it doesn't take a legal mind to understand conduct. So the character of him, his demeanor, how well he's coming across, and if he's getting angry is surely an important issue in evaluating his credibility.
But also in the past, there have to have been trials along the way where the defendant has been just the nicest person in the world, came off as a world-class individual, and still got convicted. Correct?
Most definitely. But what will happen, like in civil cases, is then that goes to the extent of damages. If I like you, even though I may not agree with what you did, I may not punish you as harshly because I like you.
Good point, good point. Questions of ethics and accounting violations, those obviously meant to sway the jury as well?
Most definitely. This is all about what Ken Lay knew, when he knew it, and what did he do about it.
One point yesterday, or maybe I think it was the day before yesterday, the judge got involved.
Right.
And got on the prosecutor's case and basically said, hey, listen, you're beating a dead horse here, because he was going on and on and on with Ken Lay about one particular subject matter. What does that say to the jury when the judge gets involved and kind of slaps the prosecutor's hand a little bit?
The judges are most definitely the most important person in the courtroom, and the judges are always looking out for the jurors. And the jurors in this case know this. And for this particular issue, it was very important because the judge was worried about time, and he was saying, let's move along, let's move along. These jurors have been there forever. They want to get out too.
All right, Mary Griffitts, some good insight. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here. Something we continue to watch. Trial expected to wrap